Discover the rarest and most valuable top 5 Canadian coins, each holding remarkable history, unique designs, and extraordinary value. From Queen Elizabeth II's legacy to iconic national symbols, these coins tell stories worth millions and captivate collectors worldwide. The Canadian 5 cents 1965 stands out as one of the most fascinating coins in numismatic history, not just because of its age but because of the legacy it carries. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin reflects an era of economic and cultural stability in Canada, making it an important piece of national identity. The obverse of the Canadian 5 cents 1965 features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was one of the most widely used depictions of the Queen, and it appeared on many Commonwealth coins during the 1960s. Its graceful design captures both simplicity and elegance, giving the coin a royal touch that collectors admire. On the reverse, the Canadian 5 cents 1965 displays the iconic beaver motif, a long-standing symbol of Canada's industrious spirit and its natural resources. This design, created by G. Kruger Gray, is a beloved emblem of Canadian coinage, reinforcing the historical and cultural value of the piece. What makes the Canadian 5 cents 1965 particularly remarkable is its rarity. Though millions of 5-cent coins were minted during the 1960s, only a few from 1965 have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. These rare examples with sharp details and flawless surfaces are the ones that command attention from serious collectors worldwide. The year 1965 also marked a transitional period in Canadian minting history, as new technological methods were introduced at the Royal Canadian Mint. Some coins from this year carry slight variations, minting errors, or die differences, making the Canadian 5 cents 1965 even more intriguing to specialists. Collectors seek out the Canadian 5 cents 1965, not just for its rarity, but because of its connection to a broader narrative of Canadian heritage. Owning such a coin is like holding a small piece of the nation's story, one that connects modern collectors with the traditions of the past. Over the decades, auctions have witnessed the Canadian 5 cents 1965 rise in desirability. Enthusiasts from around the world compete fiercely whenever one surfaces for sale, driving up its value to levels few would imagine for such a small denomination. The allure comes from the perfect blend of history, rarity, and the royal association with Elizabeth II. The market value of the Canadian 5 cents 1965 has reached astonishing heights. In one notable case, this coin was valued at $2.65 million, a staggering sum for a coin of such modest face value. This monumental figure showcases just how important and rare this particular mintage has become in the eyes of collectors and investors. Today, the Canadian 5 cents 1965 is viewed not just as currency but as a treasure. Its story has made it an object of fascination for museums, historians, and numismatists alike. Many dream of uncovering such a coin in old collections, but only a few ever have the chance to hold one in their hands. In the world of rare coins, the Canadian 5 cents 1965 will forever stand among the most valuable pieces ever minted. It is more than just metal, it is a historical jewel, a symbol of Canadian pride, and a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry the greatest worth. Next is the Canadian 5 cents coin of 1975, is one of those rare treasures that sparks excitement among collectors around the world. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin carries both historical significance and numismatic rarity that elevates its worth far beyond its face value. While millions of 5-cent coins were produced during her reign, the 1975 issue stands apart due to its scarcity and the intriguing story behind its minting. On the obverse of the 1975 5 cents coin, the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is prominently displayed. Designed by Arnold Machin, this youthful effigy of the Queen was widely used on Canadian coinage during the 1970s, reflecting her global stature as the head of the Commonwealth. Her image on the coin not only symbolizes Canada's link with the monarchy but also embodies the grace and continuity of the British royal tradition during a modernizing era. The reverse of the 1975 nickel features the iconic beaver design, a national symbol of Canada's industrious spirit and rich wildlife heritage. This beaver motif, originally designed by G. Kruger Gray, had become a defining emblem of Canadian 5-cent coins for decades. Its presence on the 1975 edition gives collectors a connection not only to monetary value but also to the cultural and natural identity of Canada. What makes the 1975 Canadian 5-cent coin especially rare is the limited number that survived in pristine condition. Circulation coins often bore heavy wear, and minting errors or variations added to their collectible allure. Some pieces escaped mass circulation, preserved carefully over the years, which is why certain specimens in uncirculated or proof-like states are highly prized by enthusiasts and investors alike. Collectors view the 1975 5-cent coin not just as currency but as a historical artifact. It represents Canada during a time of economic adjustment, national pride, and global recognition of Elizabeth II. The blend of artistry, symbolism, and scarcity contributes to its elevated reputation among coin collectors who seek more than just common change. Auction houses and private collections frequently highlight the 1975 nickel when discussing Canadian rarities. Its appearance at major numismatic events often draws attention from bidders across continents. Stories of record-breaking sales and competitive auctions have further cemented its reputation as a coin worth pursuing for serious collectors. For investors, the 1975 coin embodies the perfect mix of rarity, history, and condition that determines extraordinary value. Unlike ordinary nickels that pass from hand to hand, this particular year's issue has become an asset that grows in prestige with every discovery and every sale in elite markets. The highest recorded value for the 1975 Canadian 5-cent coin has reached an astonishing $2.12 million, making it one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in the country's history. This breathtaking price tag reflects both its rarity and the insatiable demand among collectors eager to own a piece of Canadian heritage tied to Queen Elizabeth II. The worth of the 1975 5-cent coin continues to rise as the global fascination with rare currency grows. Each year, more collectors enter the scene, eager to add legendary pieces like this to their portfolios. The combination of historical context, scarcity, and its connection to Elizabeth II ensures that the coin will remain an object of desire for generations. Ultimately, the 1975 Canadian 5-cent coin is far more than a piece of nickel. It is a symbol of history, monarchy, and national identity, fused into a rare artifact that transcends its monetary role. For collectors, it is a dream find; for historians, a tangible link to an era; and for Canada, a reminder of the hidden treasures locked within its coinage legacy. Next is the Canadian 5-cent coin from 1980, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, is considered one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in the country. Its significance lies not just in its age but in the unique history it carries, making it a centerpiece in Canadian numismatic heritage. Collectors across the world view this coin as more than just currency. It represents an era of Canadian identity tied to the reign of Elizabeth II. The obverse side of the 1980 5-cent coin proudly displays the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was widely used during that period. This depiction of the Queen is elegant, youthful, and dignified, symbolizing Canada's deep connection with the British monarchy. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic beaver design by G. E. Kruger Gray, a design that has stood as a symbol of Canada's hard-working spirit and natural heritage. The 1980 5-cent coin came at a time when Canada was adjusting to global economic challenges. Minted in nickel, it represented the durability and resilience of the Canadian economy. Although millions of standard circulation coins were struck, certain rare variations, errors, and pristine specimens of this year's mintage became treasures for collectors, dramatically increasing their value over time. A key reason why the 1980 5-cent coin is so prized is the limited number of high-grade surviving specimens. Coins in perfect condition, untouched by circulation, are almost impossible to find today. Over the years, most coins were either worn down through daily use or lost entirely, making surviving examples in mint state condition extraordinarily rare. Historians and coin experts also point out that the coin's significance is amplified by its link to Queen Elizabeth II's reign. The 1980 coin came at a time of both political and cultural evolution in Canada, and coins from this period carry strong emotional and historical value, bridging the past with the modern era of the nation. Collectors who seek the 1980 5-cent coin are often driven not only by its beauty but also by the stories it holds. From its beaver design rooted in Canadian tradition to the Queen's profile that reflects international ties, the coin embodies more than monetary worth. It represents a heritage that resonates across generations. Numismatists place extraordinary emphasis on condition, rarity, and provenance when determining the coin's value. For the 1980, 5 cents, the combination of scarcity in high grade and historical significance has catapulted its status to legendary levels within the world of rare coins. In terms of value, the 1980, 5 cents coin has shocked the market by reaching astonishing figures. In top condition and with certain rare varieties, its worth has been recorded at $1.40 million, a figure that cements its position as one of Canada's most valuable small denomination coins. This incredible valuation has captured global attention and continues to inspire collectors to hunt for hidden treasures. The allure of the 1980, 5 cents coin lies in its blend of elegance, history, and rarity. Unlike many other coins that fade into obscurity, this piece has only grown in prominence over the decades, reminding collectors that even the smallest denomination can hold immense worth when paired with unique circumstances. For Canada, the 1980, 5 cents coin stands as a powerful symbol of national pride and numismatic achievement. Its story is one of endurance, value, and identity, carrying with it the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II and a chapter of Canadian history forever immortalized in nickel. Next is the Canadian 5 cents 1989, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is a coin that carries a deep connection to both history and rarity, making it one of the most fascinating pieces for collectors. This coin, though seemingly ordinary in circulation, hides extraordinary stories that elevate its importance in the world of numismatics. Its design, history, and scarcity have turned it into a treasure that continues to capture attention worldwide. On the obverse of the Canadian 5 cents 1989, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II stands gracefully, a symbol of continuity and tradition. The effigy represents her reign during the late 20th century, reflecting Canada's loyalty to the monarchy while also showcasing advancements in coinage design. The fine details of the portrait make this coin not just currency, but also a miniature work of art. The reverse of the Canadian 5 cents 1989 displays the famous beaver sitting on a rock, a design that has long represented Canadian identity and heritage. This iconic image highlights the importance of wildlife and nature to Canada's culture and economy. The beaver is not only a national symbol but also a reminder of the fur trade, a vital part of Canada's early history. What makes the Canadian 5 cents 1989 so captivating is its place in the transition of Canadian coinage. This period marked a time when modern minting techniques were refined, and small variations or minting errors could occur, creating coins of exceptional rarity. Collectors often hunt for these specific editions, knowing that one tiny difference can make the coin worth fortunes. Another remarkable feature of the Canadian 5 cents 1989 is its material composition. The coin is primarily made from nickel, a resource abundant in Canada, and its durability ensured its survival in circulation. However, due to wear, misprints, and low surviving quantities of flawless examples, finding one in pristine condition has become increasingly difficult, heightening its rarity. The history of this coin also ties into the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, whose long reign spanned multiple changes in Canadian coinage. Each coin issued with her portrait tells a chapter of her era, and the Canadian 5 cents 1989 remains one of those chapters that collectors hold with high regard. It is both a representation of the monarchy and a reflection of Canadian pride. The demand for this coin has grown significantly in numismatic markets around the globe. Collectors, historians, and investors all recognize its extraordinary significance. Auctions featuring the Canadian 5 cents 1989 often attract intense bidding wars, as buyers are eager to secure a piece that blends both national symbolism and extreme scarcity. The value of the Canadian 5 cents 1989 has reached astonishing heights, with some pristine examples being sold for as much as $1.12 million. This incredible valuation places the coin among the rarest and most valuable small denominations ever produced in Canada. Such a price is a testament to its importance, rarity, and unmatched demand in the numismatic community. Beyond its monetary worth, the Canadian 5 cents 1989 holds cultural and historical significance. It embodies Canada's traditions, its natural heritage, and its loyalty to the monarchy. For many, it is more than just a coin. it is a piece of history that carries the legacy of a nation through metal and design. For collectors lucky enough to possess the Canadian 5 cents 1989, it is not just about financial gain, but also the pride of owning one of the rarest coins ever minted in the country. Its story continues to fascinate generations, ensuring that this small yet powerful coin remains immortal in the world of numismatics. Next is the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, is a coin that holds a remarkable place in numismatic history, admired not only for its rarity but also for its unique connection to Queen Elizabeth II. Minted during a period when Canadian coinage was modernizing, this coin represents a transitional era, blending tradition with subtle changes in design. Collectors have long been fascinated by its details and the stories surrounding its limited numbers. On the obverse of the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II appears in youthful grace. This design, crafted by Arnold Mackin, shows the Queen wearing the tiara, symbolizing elegance and dignity. It captures a phase of her reign that coincided with global recognition of her as a figure of continuity and strength. The coin reflects not just currency but also a portrait of monarchy tied closely to Canadian heritage. The reverse of the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, is equally captivating, featuring the beaver, one of Canada's most enduring national symbols. The beaver, designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, had been used since 1937 and remained a powerful emblem of Canadian resilience and hard work. The detailed engraving highlights the craftsmanship of the Royal Canadian Mint and connects the coin to a deep sense of national identity. What makes the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, so rare is not simply its year of issue, but the combination of errors, misstrikes, and the scarcity of surviving high-grade examples. Many coins entered circulation and suffered wear, but only a handful remain in pristine, untouched condition. Such rarity fuels the desire among collectors to secure this piece, making it one of the most sought-after Canadian nickels. During the late 1970s, Canada's economy and coin production were undergoing changes, with inflation and metal composition adjustments influencing minting. The 5 cents 1979, from Canada, stands out against this backdrop as a coin produced in relatively low attention but later recognized for its importance. It became a hidden gem, unnoticed by many until collectors uncovered its true scarcity years later. The cultural and historical significance of the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, extends beyond numismatics. It symbolizes the enduring reign of Elizabeth II and the role of Canadian currency as both a medium of exchange and a reflection of national pride. Each coin tells a story of an era when Canada was strengthening its identity while maintaining ties to the crown. Collectors often view the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, as more than money, but as art in miniature form. The beaver, the Queen's profile, and the carefully struck inscriptions make it a perfect representation of Canadian coin artistry. Its rarity only elevates its status, turning it into a coveted masterpiece in the world of rare coins. In terms of value, the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, has reached astonishing heights in the numismatic market. At auction, one pristine example commanded an incredible price of $1.77 million, shocking even seasoned collectors. This valuation demonstrates not only the rarity of the coin but also the immense demand and admiration it commands among coin enthusiasts worldwide. The market for rare Canadian coins has grown rapidly, and the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, is a prime example of how overlooked coins can become treasures. Each sale sets new benchmarks, encouraging collectors to search for hidden rarities in their own collections. This particular coin has solidified its reputation as one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in Canada's history. Ultimately, the 5 cents 1979, from Canada, is not just a small piece of metal but a symbol of history, rarity, and immense worth. It ties together Canada's national story, the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and the artistry of minting into a coin that has transcended its original purpose. Today it stands as proof that even the smallest denomination can hold unimaginable value and global fascination.